It's been really frustrating. I mean, Caitlin wants to play. You know, she's a competitor. She just wants to be on the floor. She just wants to play basketball. And, you know, she's in the mindset that she's hungry, right? That she wants to be out there and she wants to be with her team and she's working her butt off to get back into those situations. So I think each time you have a tweak or each time you have something else, it's frustrating.
They thought women's basketball was calm. They thought nothing could shake the WNBA. But then Caitlin Clark arrived and suddenly drama, chaos, suspense. She wasn't just a player. She was a storm that split the league into two sides. Those who wanted her to rise and those who wanted her destroyed.
It's getting crazy. It's getting spooky real fast. Very, very fast. I told y'all, people have had enough. All of y'all in the Indiana Fever organization who have been lying about this girl injury, not being transparent, and all these things that the fans are feeling, the fans are speaking back. They do not appreciate it. They feel scammed, they feel lied to, and they feel used.
This is the story of Caitlin Clark, a story of betrayal, of power, of envy, of broken promises. A story so shocking, so suspenseful, that by the end, you won't know who to trust. Caitlin Clark wasn't born into power. She wasn't handed fame. She fought for it. From Iowa, every shot she took was a declaration of war. Three-pointers from distances no one dared. Passes so sharp they cut through defenses like blades. But with every basket, enemies were born. Because Caitlin wasn't just winning games. She was stealing the spotlight. Sponsors lined up. Fans screamed her name louder than any veteran star. And deep inside the league, whispers began. She's too big. She's changing the balance. She's not supposed to be this powerful. But Caitlin didn't care. She wanted one thing, to dominate. Yet dominance always comes with a price. When Caitlin entered the WNBA, the atmosphere shifted instantly. Veterans, players who had carried the league for years, felt the weight of something terrifying. She was younger. She was louder. She was more marketable. And worst of all, she was taking the fans they had fought decades to win.
Back. They do not appreciate it. They feel scammed, they feel lied to, and they feel used. You guys have said Caitlin Clark was day-to-day for I don't know how long. You guys have fabricated timelines on her injury many times throughout this season. And the people have just flat out had enough.
Locker rooms turned tense. On-court battles turned personal. Every foul against her wasn't just basketball. It was a message. You don't belong here. One player whispered behind the scenes. She's making all of us look small. And small players get forgotten. But Caitlin wasn't just dealing with players. There were forces much bigger than her. Forces that didn't want her story told. Behind closed doors, deals were being made. Endorsements, contracts, politics. Nike wanted her. Adidas wanted her more. But the WNBA wanted control. And so, meetings happened in secret. Decisions that Caitlin never knew about were shaping her destiny. Officials who smiled at her in public, plotted against her in private. There were referees who watched her closer, executives who questioned her attitude, veterans who whispered to media reporters, "She's not ready. She's not built for this." The betrayal didn't come all at once. It came piece by piece. A hard foul ignored by the refs, a contract clause suddenly rewritten, a headline planted in the press. Is Caitlin Clark overrated? The storm was building, and Caitlin was right in the middle. The WNBA season reached boiling point. Every arena Caitlin played in sold out. Every highlight of hers went viral. And with each viral moment, tension exploded. One game changed everything. The Fever were battling for survival. Caitlin was torching defenses, raining threes. The crowd screamed like it was the finals. But then, a collision. A foul so hard, so brutal, the arena fell silent. Caitlin hit the floor. The world froze. Fans thought it was over. Her teammates rushed to her side. Opponents stood back, some smirking, some stunned. And in that single moment, the truth became clear.
Is Caitlin close? How's she coming along?
Dude, I don't know. Everyone keeps asking, everyone's like, and I'm like, literally, she doesn't even know. Like, it's just like a day by day legit type of thing. And so, yeah, she's close, but like, you also have to remember, like, she could be playing if it wasn't in the WNBA by now, but like at this level, with how deep and like how good people are nowadays in our league, which is the best it's ever been, like you can't just be good. You have to be on top of your game. And so just trying to get her back in game shape, I think, is what they're trying to do. But like, again, it's literally a day by day. I'm not holding out any information. I just literally don't know.
Did you see Skip Bayless said that the WNBA is lying about her injury?
Dude, that's literally bullshit. Like, no one's lying.
The matter now. No, this is about a message we're trying to send out. And here I go. I got my tinfoil hat on, but it's just what I think. And to a lot of people, I won't sound crazy. This league is about the LGBTQ and setting up lesbian women as icons for your children.
Correct.
And Caitlin, until we can get you fully on board with that message, we're not leaning into you. And so we're going to bring in a coach, Stephanie White, who was just like you.
This wasn't just basketball. This was war. Caitlin rose, slowly, painfully. And when she stood, the entire arena erupted because they realized something powerful. She wasn't just a player. She was a survivor. The drama around her only grew louder. Fans demanded justice. Commentators called out the league. Her enemies, they grew even bolder. But Caitlin didn't break. She fought harder. Every game after that became more than basketball. It became a statement, a warning to those who doubted her, to those who plotted against her, to those who tried to erase her. Caitlin Clark wasn't leaving. She was here to stay.
Investigate WNBA's misleading practices. Let's take a look at what it says, because this is crazy. It's crazy. The issue: fans felt when they purchased tickets believing they watched Caitlin Clark shine on the court. However, that excitement turned into disappointment as misleading injury updates kept fueling false hopes that she'd play. The WNBA and Indiana Fever have repeatedly engaged in what seems to be a strategic ploy to drive ticket and merchandise sales by suggesting that Clark's return was on the horizon.
And the league would never be the same again. Caitlin Clark's story is still being written. Every game adds another chapter. Every battle creates another enemy. But one thing is certain, she is bigger than basketball. She is a storm that cannot be stopped. And when the final chapter is written, the question won't be if Caitlin Clark changed the game. The question will be, who survived her storm and who didn't?